Knockback reducing is one of Minecraft's most important mechanics to Minecraft PvP. It's what separates the best to the average. While most if not all PvPers can click and aim, only a select few know how to reduce properly. However, reducing is extremely hard and not many people know the tactics to how to reduce. So in this video I'll be going over everything from simple stuff to much more obscure stuff that you've probably never heard before, to secrets that have never been in tutorials before. This video has it all. But before I continue, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 30,000 subscribers by the end of summer and all of your support helps me out a ton. But now let's move on to jump resetting. Now you've probably heard of jump resetting before, however a lot of people don't actually understand what jump resetting is. So in this video I'll be explaining what jump resetting is and the different ways to jump reset. Firstly, let me explain what jump resetting is. Basically, when you're in a trade with another player, if you jump in the first, second or third hit, there's a glitch which negates all knockback to your player, which means you'll take less knockback and get the combo. On screen right here is an example of jump resetting. You can see how I take less KB than the opponent, leading me to get the combo. Now some common misconceptions about jump resetting is that you should hold down your spacebar while jump resetting. In my opinion, this is not a good idea. Instead, what you should do is time exactly when you're gonna hit the ground. It will ensure a jump reset and it's a lot more reliable than just holding your spacebar, since it's pretty random at that point. This is an extremely overpowered tactic and can get you a bunch of different combos without any projectiles. However, make sure not to mess up, as if you mess up, you will be cooked and your opponent will be able to combo you. A way to counter jump resetting is by hit selecting, where you delay your hit by just a second so your opponent is caught off guard. This means that your opponent jumps, which allows for an easy combo. Keep this in mind. Make sure to alternate between hit selecting and jump resetting to make sure that you're not predictable. Also keep in mind that your ping does affect the timings to jump resetting. Play on each region and see what the difference is. On higher ping, in my opinion, it is pretty difficult to jump reset, but you'll get the hang of it. Now we all know that CPS is pretty important to Minecraft PvP. The more you click, the better you'll be, and the better hit reg you'll have. However, there's some other stuff related to knockback which you need to know, which relates to CPS. This will be pretty complicated, so make sure to rewatch a couple times so you follow correctly. I'm gonna put you in a hypothetical situation. Say you and a friend are in a trade. You two both know how to jump reset, but one is clicking 8 CPS and the other is clicking 16. Who do you think will have a harder time trying to jump reset? Well, it's the person who's clicking 8 CPS. As the higher CPS your opponent is clicking, the less time you have to jump reset. Let me try visualize this for you. If you have higher CPS, the time before you turn red is much shorter. This is called hit reg, which means the time you have to jump reset is much smaller. However, say you're clicking much lower CPS. Because the opponent's hit reg isn't as bad, you have more time to jump reset, meaning jump resetting is a lot more feasible. This is why in games such as Hype Sumo, it's known that drag clicking and time clicking are the best clicking methods, as they have the best hit reg. A common misconception is that having higher CPS actually makes your knockback worse, or even affects it at all. While this is true on Java, your CPS doesn't necessarily affect your KB at all, so please do not say this anymore. Like, trust me, it just doesn't. In my opinion, I think the best clicking method would probably be to drag click or to time click. If you want me to make a tutorial on that, make sure to like and subscribe and tell me in the comments below. While everything in the video is pretty important, I think blocks will probably be the most important, at least when it comes to games which have them. Games such as Skulls and Bed Wars have blocks, which you need to use to your advantage. This section will be pretty long and the most in depth, because no one else has made a tutorial on this before. This is all pretty new, so make sure to pay attention. You may already know, but blocks are pretty often used to take less knockback. For example, having a head hitter like the clip right now, and jumping at it while in a trade can make you take less knockback and win the trade, as you can see from the clip here. Blocks can be used in many different ways. Something that people do is they'll put their bags onto a wall or build a wall behind them, so they don't take any KB and can win trades a lot easier, as you can see from the clip here. However, a secret tactic that not many people know is that when in a trade, placing blocks underneath you can actually let you take less KB. You can see this from the clip here and the clip here. These tactics are secretly used by the best PvPers such as DanyPlayz and ZERO Glitch. You can see this in their videos and in other people's POVs in their videos. Overall, to practice this, make sure to 1v1 your friends a lot. Maybe even try tricking them, as barely anyone knows these tactics. While projectiles don't have as much to do with knockback, they are pretty important, especially in games of Skywars and Bed Wars. Picture you're in a trade. You can use snowballs and arrows to get the opponent in the air and instantly win the trade, as you take more knockback from projectiles than you do your fists. For example, look at the clip here. However, if you're in the receiving end of a combo, you can projectile your enemy to reset the combo, as projectiles have more reach than your fists, just like the clip here. And now that I've done explaining almost everything you need to know about knockback, let me tell you about some misconceptions that people have, specifically with something called 7 tapping. Back in 2023, a tutorial was posted by my friend Zalon, where he talked about something called 7 tapping. Now this tutorial has around 100,000 views, however 7 tapping just isn't an actual thing. 7 tapping is false and not true and doesn't actually help you in PvP. The only thing that can really help you when it comes to your knockback is jump resetting and using blocks to your advantage. So as long as you follow this tutorial correctly, you'll be perfectly fine. And now you're a Minecraft PvP pro. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.